slightly you almost knew. They were lovely illusions, and they're all just for you. I'd sell them all for a penny. They make pretty souvenirs. Take my lovely illusions, some for laughs, some for tears. We begin in that romantic capital, Paris, with artist and raconteur, Mr. Rudolph Salis. Now, Mr. Salis was a rather larger-than-life character, with bright ginger beard. He loved nothing better than dabbling in the arts and engaging in saucy banter and witty repartee. One night, while he was entertaining the group of intellectual artistic friends, who incidentally called themselves the Hydropounds, he had an idea. I know. Why don't we open up a bar where the social ills of our time may be soothed through the healing power of art and our beverages?
That's a good idea.
They agreed. So, raising their glasses, they toasted to the divine muse. Glug, 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 glug. So it was that in 1881, in a converted post office overlooking the Montmartre district of Paris, that Le Chat Noir opened its doors and Cabaret was born. Now here, Mr. Salis finally found an opportunity for his rather sharp tongue. Ah, good evening, sir. Good evening. Bonsoir. Bonsoir. I see you have brought the wife with you this evening. Good. Oui, oui. Oui, oui. Oh, hello, madame. Bonsoir. It is cold on the boulevard this evening, you know.
C'est la vie.
C'est la vie, c'est la vie. Combining protest with artistic forum, the group, the Hydropounds, spoke out against social injustice, poverty, power of the moneyed classes in their ivory towers. They discovered that by wrapping up their frustrations into chanson and rap, they could charge its very subjects a centime a time.
Aha!
They chuckled. What a ruse! They come and hear us make a mockery of their lives and pay for it! With the hope of tomorrow spurring them on, they challenged convention unconventionally from the only tools at their disposal: song, music, and poetry. Now, meanwhile, a young man called Aristide Bruant was eagerly trying to make a name for himself in the surrounding working class bistros of Montmartre by carefully observing the rather commonplace language of the commonplace people who frequented these clubs. Mr. Bruant wrote songs, and it wasn't long before he was finally given an opportunity to show off his musical talent. Don't know if I come from Grenoble, Montmartre, or from Le Château, from Mire, or somewhere else on the map. All I know is a crowd of running feet found me lying in a pile of crap. Domaroo, Domaroo. Ain't had no kids of me own, nor that, nor that, a little snot those brats. So when the time came to get spliced, the broad I shacked up with walked a beast, and hustled that night at a good price. Domaroo, Domaroo. Me missus was a little born teaser with a kiss like the Mona Lisa, pointed from round on the lass. This broad was stacked real nice and neat, like them statues that flash their ass. Domaroo, Domaroo. She made me happy as a pig in mud, but one fine night we ran luck, the white spot stuck her in the jug. And while she had to face the heat, I went looking for guys to mug. Dongaroo, dongaroo. People so enjoyed hearing Mr. Bruant's exotic slang that they coined his style
superficially naturalistic.
One critic even going so far as to say he's being Now, more time passed by, and it wasn't long before Bruant was finally given an opportunity to perform at Le Chat Noir, where, of course, he became an overnight sensation. But one night after Bruant's performance, something rather strange happened. The lights went out, and the performers had to improvise by creating tiny little hand shadows on the wall, lit only by candlelight. And voila! What do you know? But the shadow play was born. Now this soon caught on, and it wasn't long before it was being performed on a grand scale just a few doors down the road at La Moulin Rouge. Birthplace of another young talent that was now virtually seen. It was Yvette Gilbert, ladies and gentlemen, who delighted audiences with a rather virginal appearance, but not so virginal silence. A cat went jolting through the night, clip-clop-clip-cloppity-up-hop-law. A cat went jolting through the night, the horse was grey, the coachman white. The blinds were down, but could not hide, clip-clop-clip-cloppity-up-hop-law. The blinds were down, but could not hide the sound of kissing from inside. Leo, a woman's voice did say, clip-clop-clip-cloppity-up-hop-law. Leo, a woman's voice did say, that husband's taken from Whitsunday. An aged gent was passing by, clip-clop-clip-clop-clip-clop-hop-law. An aged gent was passing by and cried, why I could swear that I can hear me spouse's voice somewhere, clip-clop-clip-clop-clip-clop-hop-law. Can hear me spouse's voice somewhere, he rushed into the thoroughfare. His foot slipped in the pile of slush, clip-clop-clip-clop-clip-clop-hop-law. His foot slipped in the pile of slush, crack! The cat rushed into mush. La 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 la. Meanwhile, back at Le Chat Noir, things were hotting up. The club had acquired such a reputation that the rich and famous were clamoring to get in. And Mr. Sallis, with his inimitable charm, would, well, charm. Good evening, Mr. Valet. So nice to see you. Ah, Mr. Debussy, how is the tinkering? Mr. Donnet, Mr. Strindberg, how's the new play? Oh, ha, ha, ha. Bonsoir, Monsieur Le Trec. Comment ça va? Mr. Signac, a pleasure to behold you, sir. Oh, Miss Avril, still alive and kicking, I see. Oh, the list was endless. Within 6 years, Le Chat Noir had become the most talked about cabarets in the whole of Paris. But then things turned sour. Poor old Mr. Sallis snuffed